morning, Knights! It's great to see you back. It's Tuesday, October 6th. I'm Isabel Smith, and you're watching Night TV News. Welcome to the first show of the year. Though this year may look different, that doesn't mean we aren't the Independence Knights we've always been. Clubs here at IHS are using new methods to make sure they stay connected and involved in their organizations while social distancing.
Zoom isn't just for class. Zoom is being utilized for club competition as well. Business clubs are already starting online meetings.
Well, since everything is online, we were actually thinking about utilizing Zoom's breakout rooms and maybe using that to help people prepare for role plays. So we would group them together and allow them to prep with each other.
The club BPA has already started their meetings.
So because regionals is already confirmed to be online, I think it's perfectly fine to prepare for everything online. We'll stream everything so that both pre-comp and mock competition for all presentation events can be done via Zoom. So we'll call with whoever the members are, and just like a real meeting, they'll be able to share their slides and present to us just like how it is in normal years.
Those wishing to join clubs at Independence still have the opportunity to do so.
First of all, it does change the way we do business with clubs. Obviously, instead of a student coming to find me and having a discussion about starting a club, those discussions take place virtually. So there's a form that students can fill out if they want to start a club of their own, and it is on the IHS website. So all of our meetings are currently virtually so that we can still have the connection and the collaboration that we would normally have with clubs. It's really important that we still have clubs. We need the connection with each other. We really need to find our common interests and help students that are new to Independence High School to find their niche and also grow and develop leadership skills in the process.
Members say they will still get to keep the friendships and memories that come with being a part of a club despite COVID throwing them for a loop.
I feel like the best part about competing for my 3 years of experience in BPA has always been like the bonding between your friends and your teammates as you prepared for competition, and like feeling the anxiety together when you're waiting for results, and like the pride that you have in all of your hard work, even if you didn't place in competition. So I feel like this year, even though it's online, you'll still be able to experience all of those good parts of competing, and you'll also be able to feel like you overcame a challenge, since this year is going to be different.
Clubs at Independence High School plan to continue and embrace the IHS spirit. Part Dewan, Night TV News.
School spirit emanates not only through our clubs, but through our athletic teams too. This year, Frisco ISD fans are getting the opportunity to watch games from the comfort of their home and the stands. Fans can watch at home through NFHSnetwork.com. The network, powered by broadcast students and staff across the district, follows the actions of not only the field or court, but of the athletic trainers, coaches, cheerleaders, band, and more. Currently, only parents of participants in football games can purchase tickets. However, if there are any remaining tickets at the stadium, they can be purchased starting Wednesdays before a game. The total number of tickets available will differ for each stadium based on the size of the location, student groups, and COVID-related restrictions. Fans can watch any school or game available on NFHS's network. Staying at home has opened the door to a lot of new hobbies for some. Many more people appear to be playing fantasy football.
Corona has changed a number of things in our day-to-day lives, but some of those changes do not affect everything. For example, Brady Brown enjoys fantasy football and leaves this recommendation for new players.
I feel like if you want to get some good players, you can do it next year and you'll have a lot of fun playing.
Despite the current pandemic, Brown thinks fantasy football can bring a community together.
It brings people who like football together. They can talk about it like their favorite teams, their favorite players, get to know each other and become friends.
Ryan Rush is a junior who thoroughly enjoys fantasy football and thinks that new players can join and enjoy it just as much as he does.
It's fun and gets you interested in sports. A lot more people I know who tried fantasy after not really being sports fans love football now.
A new challenge arises for both new and returning players, as Rush also emphasizes how fantasy football has not been left entirely untouched by COVID.
I had to be thinking about who's at risk, who is opting out of the season. For example, Dante Hightower is going to be my choice of my individual defensive player, but Corona happened and he opted out, so I really had to change a lot of my draft choices.
Fantasy football could be the pastime that brings our community together this year and for many more years to come. While sports bring some joy, students and teachers around IHS are showing off their creative side to help them get through social distancing. Students are social distancing. That means staying 6 feet apart and wearing a mask at school at all times, except when you're eating. But even through all the restrictions, the creative side of the student body is still shining through.
Has allowed a lot of expression because of having such a situation. It generally opens up the door to emotions and feeling.
And many students used art to help them get through feelings of isolation or loneliness during the lockdown.
I felt lonely, or I was just upset that I couldn't hang out with my friends or have a good summer. I drew or I painted. I'm an artistic person and I like drawing and painting, so that's what I would go to.
Much like Clayton, many students used art to help express themselves or get through this time. Isabel Smith, Night TV News. Many students told me that drawing and painting during the quarantine have helped bring them peace of mind. Our nights constantly blow us away. Our first notable nights of the year are Ayan Mahmood, Lance Maysberger, Mr. Meany, Mavia Yassin, Miss Hoyt, and Coach Laura. These people displayed one, if not more, of our night's traits: integrity, perseverance, unity, loyalty, service, and courage. To nominate a notable night, find one of these flyers around campus or talk to a teacher on how to nominate someone. School Picture Day is today and tomorrow during your English class. Make sure you remember so you don't have to take retakes. Our Knights golf team recently placed second at the Denton Ryan Invitational at Oakmont CC. Grayson Birch led the team to a 319 with a score of 76, followed by Jackson Copeland with a 78. Varsity Volleyball won Saturday's away conference match against Reedy by a score of 3-2. Way to go, ladies, keep it up. As a reminder, all 9th and 12th graders, both face-to-face and virtual academy, will participate in asynchronous learning at home for the entire day next Wednesday, October 14th, as the PSAT is being administered. Knights, we're so happy to see you both here at school and virtually. Keep going, you've got this. I'm Isabel Smith, and we'll see you next time.